Ladies and gentlemen, I love PC gaming, but the problem is, I travel a lot. I tour around the world, and I cannot bring with me my PC. So, when Valve announced the Steam Deck, for me that was a huge deal. Mainly because it promised PC gaming on the go. So as soon as it was announced, I pre-ordered it. And now I've been using this for over a year already. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, this is easily one of the best devices I've ever bought for gaming. Like ever. I'm not even exaggerating. I'm not sponsored or anything. I swear to God, this thing is that good. Although, there are some negatives I would like to talk about by the end of this video. Maybe for some people, these negatives are huge deal breakers. Let's talk about the good stuff about the Steam Deck. Let's talk about the freedom this thing gives to you as a user. You can choose whether you want to install SteamOS or Windows, and that's a huge thing. Mainly because I've heard a lot of people complain, I cannot play Destiny 2 on the Steam Deck. That's a crappy device. Yes, you can. You just have to install Windows. Period. The same thing you do on your desktop PC. Installing Windows, install Destiny 2, and there you go. You can play whatever you want. No limitations at all. Now, I still use SteamOS as my main OS, but if I want to play a specific game, I can install Windows through dual boot, or even install Windows here on a micro SD card and just play my games there without any problems. There are so many tutorials online, I'm not even gonna bother to explain, but it's super easy. Which, another positive is just SteamOS itself. It works extremely good, so it is really well optimized for this hardware, so everything works flawlessly. And the good thing is that it has really nice features that transforms PC gaming into the closest thing possible to console gaming. So everything is pre-configured, everything is really well set up for you to just install and play, and that's it. Especially if you play the verified games on Steam, which are these with the green check mark. These are games that don't need any configuration. Those that have like this yellow exclamation thing, yeah, they need some configuration just like you do on PC gaming, but it's not a huge deal. You can still play those games. You can play thousands of games. They're all configured. It's super nice, super easy. I love it. Which, another huge positive is, yes, the library of games. As I said, this is PC gaming on the go. Every game you can play on your PC, you can play it here. And that is not only including Steam. You can play GOG games, Epic Games games, you can play Ubisoft Connect games, Origin games, from every storefront if you want, which is insane. But not only that, you can also play retro games, and that is huge. But it's also huge for you to click the like button and subscribe to this channel if you love gaming, PCs, and the Steam Deck. So I want you to subscribe right now. If you're smart, you should. But also, you should install EmuDeck on your Steam Deck. EmuDeck is the perfect way to actually play retro games on your Steam Deck. And it's a software that organizes all your emulators, all your ROMs, all your games by categories. So if you have Nintendo 64 games, they're all gonna be under the Nintendo 64 category on your Steam OS. Same thing with any console like SNES, Mega Drive, GameCube, whatever. It all gets really nicely organized with their artwork. And all the controls are configured already for you. You don't have to configure each emulator and put all the buttons and all the mappings and everything. No, you just have to just play the game and that's it. Everything is just pre-configured for you. Just drag and drop your ROMs, period. Nothing else. Another huge positive is the actual hardware. My God, I've seen a lot of competitors announce their machines, their devices, their portable PCs, but they don't have these really important things that the Steam Deck does have. Number one, gyroscope. That's a huge thing for me to aim better in video games, especially shooters. Trackpads. These are essential if you want to just fiddle around in desktop mode and just configure some stuff, or even play real-time strategy games or civilization type of games, whatever. You can use this. And also the sensitive joysticks. So you can actually configure this to not use the gyroscope unless you place your thumb on the joystick and then the gyroscope activates, which is such a good feature. The hardware is just phenomenal. The back buttons are just phenomenal. This thing itself, mwah, phenomenal. Of course, really quickly, form factor, super comfortable. It's really nice to hold. I never felt like stress in my hands by holding this thing. Man, this thing is really comfortable, especially when you're like in this really comfortable position. My God, it's so good to hold. Also, price and value, 400 bucks. You have this thing for 50 bucks, more expensive than the Switch OLED. But oh my God, this is so good. I would pick this over the Switch OLED 1,000 times because of the power, library of games, possibilities, freedom, etc. It's insane. But of course, not everything is perfect, and I'm going to talk about the bad stuff of the Steam Deck. Now, I love this thing, but oh my God, what is wrong with this screen? I mean, okay, the screen is not like super bad, but to be honest, I've seen things with this price that I have way better screens. I mean, come on, the Switch OLED, when you use the Switch OLED over the Steam Deck, oh my God, the screen just stands out in such a way, it's huge. You can install like some plugins on your Steam Deck to make the colors more vibrant and everything, but it's not the same. The blacks are not that great. The color accuracy by itself, it's not that great, so hopefully on the Steam Deck 2, they make a better screen. Also, another negative is the battery life. Now, for me, it's not that much of a negative, but I can understand that maybe for some people it's a huge negative. For me, it's not a negative because yes, the battery life of this thing is short, okay? If you play AAA gaming, especially modern AAA gaming, this thing is gonna last for like 2 hours, 1 hour and 30 minutes, more or less. There you go. Yeah, it's short. However, most of the times I just grab my Steam Deck and I start playing on the go. Most of the times are next to a wall. Like literally, the situations where I just bring up my Steam Deck are in hotels, airplanes, trains, buses. And what's so interesting is that what these places have in common is that pretty much all of them have a possibility to connect your devices and charge them up. So I never had an issue with this thing draining battery ever in the whole year, and I've been traveling around the fucking world. For me, it's not a big issue, but again, I can understand that maybe for you, it might be. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, my final negative might be a deal breaker for you. It's build quality. Now, it is not terrible, alright? The build quality by itself, it's decent. However, there are some things that I've been seeing online and common issues that a lot of people have that I really hope that for the next Steam Deck they fix them. So in my case, I've been suffering with a problem that it seems to be a bit common, that my power button is a bit stuck. So I cannot press this button normally. As you can see, my Steam Deck is not turning off because it won't click. So I have to grab my nail and kind of press it from a certain angle to actually switch off my Steam Deck. And it's still really hard. Oh my God, I can't get it right. And there you go. I got it. You see, I have to like press it from a specific angle, which is terrible. So hopefully they fix the build quality. A lot of people had issues with the B button, having some trouble with bumpers and triggers. So yeah, obviously a lot of these buttons are really easily replaceable with iFixit because they sell replacement parts officially, so it's really nice. But again, these are things that I think the end user should not deal with in the first place. But yeah, it's something I had to mention, and it's important for some to know. If you treat this thing well enough, it shouldn't give you any problems. This thing has been my savior for 1 year. I enjoyed PC gaming while traveling to Israel, while traveling to Portugal, while traveling to the Maldives. I went to all these places for this whole year and all around Spain, and I've been playing my games non-stop without any issues at all. This thing is extremely good, and if you're thinking about spending your money on this thing and you have like a big library of games on PC and you love playing PC games and you're especially a single player type of gamer, this thing is a gift from God. I am not kidding. Let me know in the comments what you think about it, and of course, if you want to know more about the Steam Deck and how was my experience with Windows, there you go, watch that video. Boom. And of course, yeah, subscribe and like. That's just important. Yeah. Boom.